Autumn, 1982. The small town of Mayville lived a quiet life until one night, at the end of October, the body of a young woman, Catherine, was found. She had been walking home from a party, and her path ended beneath the old railway bridge. Police declared it an attack. No one saw the killer. No one except her younger sister Lena, who that night heard a strange knock at her window. She looked out and saw a man in a long coat disappearing into the fog. From that moment on, something cold took root inside Lena. She was only 17, but she swore she would find the killer. Years passed. Lena studied, lived an ordinary life, yet her thoughts always returned to that night. She collected scraps of rumors, newspaper clippings, and asked questions of old townsfolk. Every time tragedy struck Mayville, when a teenager went missing, when another body was found on the outskirts, her heart clenched. All the murders bore similarities. The victims vanished at night, and nearby there were always strange signs, scraps of torn fabric, as if deliberately left behind. One day, Lena noticed a man at the market, tall, gray-haired, in the same long coat. He watched her too intently. She followed him and discovered that he lived alone, in a house at the edge of town near the forest. At night she stood across from his house and saw the basement light flicker. Sometimes muffled sounds drifted out, thuds, scraping metal. Lena was certain it was him. In the winter of 1987, Lena made her decision. With a knife and a flashlight in hand, she broke into the man's house. The basement door was unlocked. Below, among rusty tools and wooden crates, she found an old box. Inside lay the belongings of the dead: Catherine's necklace, a child's toy, a photograph. Lena's heart pounded so violently it seemed it would deafen her. The man came down the stairs. His face was calm, almost gentle. He looked at Lena and said, "You shouldn't have come here." She lunged at him, striking with the knife again and again until he collapsed. It seemed justice had been done. But then, with trembling hands, she opened a nearby drawer and found another photograph. Her sister Catherine. On the back, written in pencil, "Asterisk, witness." The police arrived a few hours later and arrested Lena on the spot. The investigation dragged on for more than a year. It turned out the man really was connected to several disappearances. In his basement, they found evidence tying him to 3 separate cases, but they were never able to officially prove his involvement in Catherine's death. Lena was convicted of murder, despite claiming self-defense. Newspapers wrote, "Asterisk, the girl from Mayville avenged her sister." Some called her a hero, others a criminal. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Lena's story became a local legend. Some said she saved Mayville from a serial killer. Others whispered, "Asterisk, what if he wasn't the only one?" Nous en base. The case was never officially closed. In the archives, it still reads, Times Asterisk, the murder of Catherine Harper, unsolved.